Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's yours truly, TJ Jones. Of course, I'm the host of the State of the Saints podcast. And today I want to talk a little bit about Latavius Murray. Now, we haven't talked a lot about Latavius Murray on the State of the Saints podcast. Of course, I did some videos in the past about him signing with the Saints after Mark Ingram left. And of course, I talked about how I felt like he can contribute to the team. But it seems to me that the New Orleans Saints haven't been using Latavius Murray that much. I looked up his stats. I mean, he only had like 24 attempts, I think 94 yards and a touchdown. And the majority of those yards come off a 30-yard touchdown against the Houston Texans in week 1. And I'm just wondering to myself, why don't the New Orleans Saints use Latavius Murray that much? And to be honest with you, I really don't know. Latavius Murray is a good, decent running back. I mean, he's been good everywhere he went. He started out in Oakland. He had a very, very productive season. That's how he ended up getting paid with the Minnesota Vikings. He stayed there for a couple years. He was their featured back before they got Dalvin Cook out of Florida State. So, I mean, Latavius Murray has left marks everywhere he went. I mean, there are a couple little things that we need to know. Of course, he spent a lot of time on the injury list. That's one of the reasons why a lot of the people in the front office for the Minnesota Vikings felt like getting Dalvin Cook was a better decision than having Latavius Murray. And now he's with the New Orleans Saints, and now we see that he hasn't really been used that much. It's been mostly the Alvin Kamara show. So what can we do about this? I feel like the New Orleans Saints can sprinkle him in just a tad bit more. Now, I understand what he is to the New Orleans Saints right now. He is their third down back, the one that get tough yardage, that power up the middle. He can catch out of the backfield. I was very impressed about how he's improved as a pass catcher in the screen game. I mean, a couple plays that the Saints had, they had him running a screen and he caught the ball. And that was a knock by a lot of people. They thought that he wouldn't be able to catch the football. So he's improving his hands. But I do think the Saints, once again, need to use him a little bit more. I think they can add a 1-2 punch between him and Alvin Kamara. I think the Saints need to be very careful with the carries of Alvin Kamara. I mean, I love what he's doing. He's proven a lot of the naysayers wrong. I think everybody in the Who Dat Nation, we know that Alvin Kamara can run between the tackles, and he can also run on the outside and pass catch the football. But a lot of people that don't watch the Saints every single week, they didn't know. So we understand about Alvin Kamara proving people wrong, but at the same time, we want Alvin Kamara to be healthy down the stretch. And I think that the Saints may be, trying to reserve Latavius Murray down that stretch, when it start getting close to playoff time and stuff like that. And of course, in the playoffs, you'll probably see him a little bit more. But I really want to see more of Latavius Murray. I think he has a lot to offer. In the game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I think he had maybe like 3 carries for like 28 yards, and he had a 4-yard average. So, I mean, he's doing a decent job when he gets into the game, and he comes into the game kind of late when the defense is kind of wore down. So I understand that, but I think he's really good, and I don't think he should be sitting on the side and just watching Alvin Kamara play. I think he needs to be implemented into the offense as well. Sean Payton, sometimes I understand. Sean Payton, when he has like all these different types of players, he likes to utilize them. And sometimes, he gets kind of fascinated with some of the players that he have and trying to create plays with them. And, he puts on that mad scientist lab coat and he starts to go to work. But can't forget about the guys, that can get those ugly yards. You can't forget about the guys that are kind of like classic football players. I mean, you can't forget about those guys. But Latavius Murray, I think that he is going to be really good down the stretch. But I think the Saints need to use him a little more, and it could start against the Jacksonville Jaguars. But I would like to hear from you. What do you think about Latavius Murray? Do you think the Saints need to use him more? Or are you okay with it? Or do you feel like there's something wrong with Latavius Murray? Maybe something that we don't know anything about. Comment down below, like, and share this video. Thank you very much for checking out the State of the Saints podcast. Once again, My name is TJ Jones. Please subscribe to the channel. And all I got to say is, who dat?